we've been talking about some of the younger members of the royal family. Well, they're going to be taking on larger roles. Prince William and his wife Kate have been given additional titles, becoming the Prince and Princess of Wales and the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. The 40-year-olds and their family will take center stage as they support King Charles. Prince Harry's family has also stepped back into the spotlight here in the UK in public family events. In King Charles' first public address since ascending the throne, he spoke about his heir William and also expressed his love for his younger son Harry and Meghan. It was a nice touch that many people noticed here. And here to discuss what's next for the royal brothers is Roya Nikkhah. She is royal editor of the Sunday Times and a CBS News contributor. Roya, so good to see you. And you come here this morning with some breaking news about the royal family. Tell us what you've learned.
Well, that's right. We've just heard recently, in the last few minutes from Buckingham Palace, that the King has made a really important and significant decision about what everyone is going to wear for the next few days in terms of all the processions we're going to see up in Scotland today with Her Majesty the Queen, her coffin, and later on here this week. We're told that only working members of the royal family will be wearing military uniform in those processions and at those moments, except one interesting moment. Prince Andrew, at that final vigil of the Queen's children, 4 of them standing at the 4 sides of her coffin, he will be allowed to wear military uniform just once as a mark of respect to the Queen. But what that also means is that it's very unlikely that we will see Prince Harry in military uniform. The rest of the family who are working members will be in uniform. Harry will be in a suit, and that's where you will really start to see the difference, very publicly in terms of who's a working royal and who's not. And remember, for Prince Philip's funeral, the Queen made the decision everyone should wear suits, everyone's on a level playing field. This is different.
But who does this decision come from, this edict come from? It comes from the King, right?
It comes from the King. That is a decision that the King has taken.
But why would they do that? I mean, then the press here and the tabloid press will make this big deal about Prince Harry being in a suit. But he made his own decision to step back from royal duties.
I think the view that the King has taken is that there is a difference between the funeral of the consort, Prince Philip, and a state occasion. This is the first state funeral of a monarch since 1952. This is massive. And so he wants to get everything absolutely technically right, and it's only technically right that only working members of the royal family wear military uniform. Harry is no longer a working member of the royal family, but that will be painful to him because, of course, he served in Afghanistan, he served in Iraq. He has done an enormous amount of military duty, 10 years of service.
I want to bring in Gayle King, who I know will have additional questions on this. Gayle?
I do, Roya Nikkhah, it's good to see you, and you're right. I think that will be very painful to Harry. The other day when King Charles when he expressed love for Meghan and Harry, many people were speculating that he was extending an olive branch. I know you've covered the royals for years. You've gotten to know them. So based on what you know, did you see it as an olive branch as well?
Well, good morning, Gayle. I have to say, I have seen the last few days as nothing but olive branches from the new King and indeed the new Prince of Wales. It was really significant, as you say, that he mentioned Harry and Meghan in that address. The next day, when he signed his proclamations at the Accession Council, he was using a silver ink pot that William and Harry had jointly given to him. These are really important symbols. And of course, we know, he is going out of his way to make sure they're included. That moment from William reaching out to Harry as well on Saturday saying, please come and come with us to Windsor and let's do this walkabout together. These are all really important olive branches that are being extended to Harry and Meghan. And they're being welcomed, which is crucial as well.
Yeah, he has also talked about slimming down the royal family, the working royal family. What does that look like? What exactly does that mean?
Do you know, I think that's really interesting. And I think we have seen that shedding of members of the royal family just by sort of natural wastage almost in the last couple of years. Harry and Meghan have stepped back. Andrew has stepped back. But I think going forwards, when you talk about the streamlined monarchy, it's just what Nora was talking about. The weight of responsibility on William and Kate now will be enormous. The focus over the next few days is going to be, this is the future. It's very tight. It's William, Kate, and Charles's siblings, and that's it.
All right, we have to go, Roya. But I did have one question about him being called the Prince of Wales. Why was that necessary? What does that mean that now that now William and Kate are the Prince and Princess of Wales?
You know what? It wasn't naturally automatically going to happen. That was a decision from the King. I think it's really important that it shows that William is following in the footsteps of his father, and it's a sign here of recognition of his seniority, that he is a heartbeat away from being king. That's what that title means.
All right, Roya Nikkhah, I knew you would have the information. We thank you. We thank you. Nora, always good to see you. Thanks a lot.